What's up, y'all? It's your girl Leah, aka the STEM Stock Guy. I am back with another video for my candlesticks. If you guys don't know your nickname, now you know. You guys are my candlesticks. I'm here to give you guys some value because you guys give value to me. Have you guys ever wanted to get out of your boring 9 to 5? Have you ever felt like maybe I don't need to work? Maybe I can be my own boss. Maybe I can do when I want, where I want, however I want, anytime I want. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever really thought that you could just not work a 9 to 5, not have to punch the clock every day, not have to get up out your bed every day in order to make money? Well, today that sounded real commercial like. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to make money in the stock market. That way that you can quit your boring 9 to 5. I know a lot of you are probably like in college or you just graduated from college. You might have, decided that you didn't want to go to college and now you're working a regular 9 to 5. As for me, I actually went to college for a year at Virginia Commonwealth University and left. Now I'm in the military and now I realize that I don't want to work for anybody. I want to run my own business. I want to be the pioneer of my own life. The stock market has really opened up a lot of doors for me in order to broaden my horizon as far as even entrepreneurship goes. It has given me a totally different mindset when it comes to working. Just to put some things into perspective, I recently built a $1,000 account to $30,000 within a matter of 9 to 10 weeks. I was able to do that within the stock market using my broker webull. I was trading the stock Square and I mainly focused on Square for that whole time. I didn't trade any other stocks, and in that time frame, like I said, I was able to grow it up to $30,000. So have you ever thought about what would I need to do in order to replace my 9 to 5 income or to live off of the stock market? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put some things into perspective for you guys so that you can really understand the numbers. If your 9 to 5 is giving you $50,000 a year, that is your yearly salary. That is how much you're gonna be making throughout the year. So there's 12 months in a year, right? So every month you're gonna be making $4,166 from your 9 to 5, right? So since there's 12 months in a year, in those months there are 4 weeks. That makes $1,041 for the week. Now, when you don't have an account that is over $25,000, you are limited to the amount of day trades that you can make if you don't have a cash account. If you have a margin account, then you are under the PDT rule, which stands for the pattern day trader rule. So basically that means that you are limited to the amount of trades that you can make throughout a 5-day trading period. So if you're going to be making $1,000 for that week, or over a little bit over $1,000, $1,041 for that week, and you divide it by the 3-day trades, you're going to need to make $347 per trade. So that's not even included the swing trade. So when you buy and sell the next day, that would be considered a swing trade, or when you buy one day and sell it the next day. Now a day trade, you're just limited to those 3 per week. So if you make $347 for that week, you are already meeting your goal in replacing your 9 to 5 salary for that week. If you make that $4,000, you are already replacing your 9 to 5 salary for that month, and then so on and so forth until you get to the end of the year, right? So that, I really feel like, is a good way to put things into perspective for you guys. You have to treat it like a business. You wouldn't show up late for work knowing that you gotta go ahead and pay your bills next week, right? You gotta treat trading the exact same way. You have to stay prepared and you have to get right into it if you really want this to be able to replace your 9 to 5 income. If you don't want to do that, then you can go ahead and play around with it, and you can wake up in the morning and go ahead and clock into that 9 to 5 job that you hate. I have to tell you how to do it exactly and what you're going to need. This is what you're going to need in order to replace your 9 to 5 and use the stock market to your advantage. So the first thing that you're going to need is a stockbroker. So I would consider a broker basically like a store. So think about Walmart, for example. If you go to Walmart and you buy an apple, you are now the owner of that apple, right? So if you go to your broker and you try to buy a share of Apple, now you are an owner of that share. It's basically the same thing. The broker that I use is webull. So I'm not being sponsored by them, but but if you guys do want a free stock, the link is down below. I will get a free stock as well. So I win, and you win, and we both get a free stock together, just so I give even more value to you guys. And in exchange for that, go ahead and make sure you guys go ahead and click that subscribe button, you know, so you don't miss any content, and we can go ahead and beat that YouTube algorithm. So anyways, like I was saying, if you are gonna get into this, like I said, you're gonna need a broker. I would say go ahead and go with Webull. It's more advanced than Robinhood. It's still pretty user friendly. Next, you are going to need a platform to analyze your stock. So the platform that I use is Thinkorswim. So when you're downloading Thinkorswim, you can download it on your phone. They have an app, but you can also download it on your desktop. So I recommend that you do not download the desktop version from the App Store. I would recommend that you go to their actual website and download the software so that you can have Thinkorswim on your desktop. That way that it can look a little bit better. The app version on your desktop, it kind of looks kind of funny, but if you download it straight from their website, that looks a lot better to me. And I do have chart setups available for you guys if you are interested. I have an ebook that is called Less Sneakers More Stock, aka this picture right here. This is my Less Sneakers More Stock logo. So if you guys are interested in that, then I will also leave a link down below so that you guys can have full access to my trading strategy. The next thing that you're going to need, mostly what we all have and what you're probably looking at this video on, is a cell phone and or a laptop. I would suggest having them both just to enhance your trading setup. You will be able to look at your trades on your phone, place trades on your phone, as well as look at your chart setup on your laptop. So I don't have anything too fancy. I have an old iPhone and I have a 2018 MacBook. You don't need anything too expensive. You can go ahead and get like a regular desktop computer if you would like. If you don't want a laptop, you can get a HP. It doesn't matter what brand. You can go ahead and get whichever you can afford, I would suggest. And I wouldn't say go out and get some old fancy, you know, smashy stuff that you don't necessarily need. That is really, you know, all that you would need in order to get started, you know, replacing your 9-to-5 income with stock market. Remember, always think about it in perspective of how can I make that money or exceed that money, that way that I can still feed myself, feed my family, and take care of my bills. That way you can replace that 9-to-5 income. And once you're replacing that 9-to-5 income, you can go ahead and leave them alone. Let's go ahead and hop right into the 3K account update. If you guys have not been following the journey, I have started a 3K account. Just like I built the 1K account to $30,000, we're now building the 3K account to $50,000, $100,000. I'm going to be building this 3K account until I get out of the military in January of 2023. So we have about 15 months until that happens. We're going to be building it up till then, and I'm going to be giving you guys updates as far as, you know, we can, you know, go. I'm going to show you guys the play that I'm currently in. As of right now, it is October the 4th, 2021. I am in a play with Square, so you guys know that that is actually one of my favorite stocks to trade. I'm very, very, very heavily into Square. Let's go ahead, like I said, and get into the play. I got into Square at the very end of the day, and as you guys can see, we're down about $20. That's nothing to be worried about. I literally bought these two contracts at the very end of market close, so you guys know that there's a lot of volatility that goes on during. So when we purchase those contracts at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that are getting in and getting out of the trade, so it's really, really volatile around that time, and it makes the price fluctuate a lot. So the $20, it may or may not be the most accurate price as far as us being down. The broker, you know, sometimes they move a little bit slower around that time frame just because they're trying to catch up with everybody. Anyways, like I was saying, let's go ahead and get into the details as far as this trade goes. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to share my computer screen with you guys, and I'm gonna show you guys another website that I utilize in order to calculate my potential profits. So I have already made my plan for this trade. I already know where I got in at. I already know where I'm going to get out at. I know all of that stuff already. So remember these numbers, right? So the total cost was $1,180. We purchased, the average price for them was $5.90, and the high volatility was 45.29. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up options calculator and input all of those little details as well as the strike price, and that will give us basically our potential profit or potential law. I'm just gonna go ahead and type in options calculator, and what we did was we bought a long put. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my phone screen with you guys. So the stock was Square, so ticker symbol SQ. We bought a long put. The price of the option was $5.90, not $5.91. Oh, no. So excuse me, $5.90, right? And then we bought 2 of them, so $1,080. So we're gonna go to manual settings. We're gonna go ahead and put those in ourselves, just because sometimes they don't give us the right information. So the strike price was $227.50, and the implied volatility was 45.29. Boom. Okay, so go ahead and calculate that. So you see how it gives us this chart, right? It gives us the chart of how much we could potentially make. I like to see it as far as the profits go. So if we sell it around my exit, which I have documented in my trading journal, if you guys would like one, it is available in my website. From our analysis, which I have here, I plan to get out around 220. So if we ride it all the way down to 220, which is for tomorrow, which will be the 5th of October, if we ride it all the way down there, we would possibly make $450. So I don't think that would be too bad for 2 contracts. I think that it is actually pretty decent. It would be a pretty good return in my eyes. That's where we will go ahead and take profits. I do believe that it is going to fall much further than that, but I'm also going to show you guys why I got into the trade, not just what I got into. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Thinkorswim. Remember at the beginning of this video I was telling you guys about that. I do have it already set up. Please excuse my messy chart. It absolutely looks disgusting. So this is the chart of Square. So as you guys can see, this is the 1 year 1 day chart. So on the 1 year 1 day, you can clearly see that Square has been trading within a channel, a down channel. So it actually broke that channel today on October the 4th, and I do believe that it can fall much lower. So once it breaks 226, which it did today, it went as low as $222. I do think that it can go even lower, around the 210 range. So if it does that, I do think that we will get some pretty good profits off of this trade, especially if we let the winners run. But in order to stay disciplined, we're going to go ahead and get out at 220 and to stay conservative, and then possibly hop into a day trade since we have day trades tomorrow. So another thing that I noticed is the dead cross of the EMA and SMA. That is another huge indicator that tells me that the stock may be getting ready to go on a bearish reversal. So as far as that goes, those were pretty good indicators for me in order to get into the trade. I really do hope that I inspire some of you guys to get started trading in the stock market and really show you that you can replace your 9 to 5 with these simple steps, and you don't need to work for money. If you ever thought about how the rich don't pay taxes, is because they do not work for money. They don't receive a paycheck. The language of money, when you understand the language of money, you are able to make it kind of come out of nowhere. So I read this book throughout the week, and it basically said that if you can make money with no money, you'll never need money again. So I really do hope that you guys got some value out of this video. If you did, go ahead and click that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys want to see and what I can do in order to help you succeed in the stock market. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you click that like button, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate every single one of my candlesticks. I'm giving you value because you give me value. Thank you guys again. Without any further ado, the STEM stock guy is gonna catch y'all later. Let's end this week on a green note. I will be coming back with the actual 3K account balance on Sunday's live, so make sure you guys go ahead and tune in for that. Thank you guys again for watching.